It was a chance to look forward and a conversation about flushing out the loss. For Ohio State, in the moment it may not have seemed like it, but coming up 1 point short in Eugene might have just helped this team chase its ultimate goal.
It's just 6 seconds.
Believe me, I've played it over in my head a million different times.
But the impact is much longer.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was hurting more than Will Howard after the game.
Those final 6 ticks, though, could be everything the Buckeyes need for their next 6 games.
I'm almost glad it happened now and not at the end of the season, to where, some of those issues that, may have gotten swept under the rug, if we win that game, they have to get addressed.
A feeling they won't forget.
To lose a game and to walk off the field and have that feeling, and I can guarantee you none of us want to feel that again.
But they aren't letting it linger.
And we talked about we wanted to flush that game, but we're not going to forget about it, and it's going to be in the back of our head. We're going to use it.
You can't turn back time, but you can do everything to make sure the next time you're ready.
When you come from a loss, you just start to. It's like, you put patches or Band-Aids on things, and then all of a sudden, you go to a loss, it gets ripped open, and you just, you have a little bit more, harder conversations. You make bigger decisions, and you just drive it harder. It's just kind of the way it goes after a loss.
1 second short, 1 point behind to the #1 team, bringing one big change.
Certainly, we want to get more pressure on the quarterback. There's no question. And, it's the coach's job to make sure that we put our players in a situation and environment to be successful. So, yeah, definitely been in there more in the last week than I have in the past. And, ultimately, it's my job to make sure that all 3 phases are the way they're supposed to be. So I'm going to make sure that gets done.
The team now using every second to make sure they get a second chance.
We're really working at, cleaning up every little thing that we can, and I want to be able to look back and say, this is the reason that we went on a run and won a national championship, and not, the other way around.
Now, Ryan Day did say today he'll be taking part in the defense more, both in the meeting rooms and on the field. That takes us to tonight's To Barry's Take.
My mom always used to say, if you don't have anything good to say, don't say nothing at all. In the case of the Ohio State defense, let me just say it needs work. The performance we saw against Oregon was simply not good enough. The explosive plays, as they call them, were off the charts. The defense gave up 496 yards and 32 points. With 6 games to go, the goals are still very much alive for Ohio State. But if this team is going to compete for a national championship, they need to figure things out in a hurry. Hard decisions will have to be made. What we saw in Oregon cannot happen again.